Welcome to Healthy Culture Radio Show. And now we start with a new healthy interview with the greatest artist, Clinton Fearon. Breeding, give thanks for your time for doing this interview.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, man.
Yeah,
Marvin, right?
The greatest artist, Clinton Fearon, is here for Hot 78 Radio, Costa Rica, and Pelagato Radio, Argentina. Is a pleasure too. Clinton, I want to start with this question. Tell us about your beginnings as a person, your childhood time, yeah, your family in Jamaica.
Yeah, all right. It's a long story.
A little resume.
Okay. Born in St. Andrew, but I grew up in St. Catherine in the middle of the island. You know, and then moved back to Kingston when I was like 15, 16. And then, you know, put a little group together called the Brothers. In the process of that, you know, I met the Gladiators.
Yeah, man.
And became a Gladiators for 18 years.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And at 17 years, you founded, right, your first group, the Brothers, right?
The Brothers, you know, I was like 17, right?
Great. And you wanted in this time seeking the opportunity to play in Studio One, right? Is the first purpose, right?
Well, we tried to get recording with different studios, Studio One, Treasure Isle, Dynamics, you know. We tried, you know, but we didn't get accepted.
Yeah, we
didn't get accepted. Right. and but then after with Gladiators, you know, then I met Gladiators. Yeah, and they lack a member at the time, you know, and they said that, well, I think I would be good for the slot. And so I joined them. And again, like I said, I'm a member of Gladiators for like 18 years straight.
Great. And 69 approximately, right? In this year, you
69.
The Gladiators. You did a audition with Alfred Griffin, right?
Right.
Who was this experience in this moment to play your guitar for? You work for David Weaver, right?
I replaced David Weber.
Great. Who was the experience in front of Alfred Griffins and you did your audition?
Say this again.
Who was the experience with Albert Griffins in that audience?
Albert and Errol Grandison was more experienced than me. You know, they already did a song, did more than one song actually, including Hello Carol. You know, the first cut of Hello Carol, they did it. And I think a couple of more songs. One of them is So Fine, and another one I can't remember, you know. But they did recording before me, you know.
Nice, excellent.
Right.
Yeah.
So the two first song I did with Gladiators was Freedom Train and Rockaman Soul. That came out and that right. Freedom Train and Rockaman Soul. And those two came out on the Matadors label.
Great. And then, the history of Gladiators, excellent.
And then,
touring around the world in difference. Clinton, maybe you can tell us a little experience or anecdote that you have with Gladiators in one place, in other country, for example.
Repeat the question.
Yeah. Tell us about some nice anecdote that you have with Gladiators.
Oh,
in some tour, for
one of
example?
them in some tour, like the first one, for example, when we tour parts of Europe, like England, Ireland. I think those were the first two. And I remember we played at this little club in London called the Vera Club, and it was so packed. I've never been in a place that's so packed before. The three people fainted the night. It was so hot inside here and cluster.
Yeah, amazing.
Right, but it was fun because the music, the energy was good. Everyone was there for the music and excellent vibe.
Great, good.
So I remember that one. I also remember one that I think is a year after, maybe 2 years after, with my first time in France. That we played a festival there, not a festival, but a gig, or a first gig in France was like 8,000 odd, close to 9,000 odd people paid, like 10,000 people in the place, you know what I mean? And everybody having so much fun, and the music was so good, and that was a joyful moment as well.
Yeah.
And the history goes on. Yeah, history goes on. Yeah.
The great moment of the reggae music, great, and a gift of the life, right?
Yes, it's true, man. It's true. It's a part of life,
Great. So, Clinton, I want to know, tell us about the experience of recording in the 70s, for example, in different studios of Jamaica. We know that there was not as much technology, right? As
Right.
there is today. Who was the experience with analog vibes and the spirits into the studios to play music and then send to all the world, right?
Right. First was Studio One, Treasure Isle. Those were the first two. The first one was Studio One, and then Treasure Isle, and then I think it was Federal and Dynamics, and those four go on for a while, and then Randy's came, and then Channel One came, but when Studio One started, it was just basically 2 tracks, and then it goes to 4 track to 24 track, like 16 track, then to 24 track, and 32, get bigger and bigger, But back in the days, every all the musician lays their track together, everyone, and singer would also have his mic singing at the same time too, and so everyone got to be on their P and their Q. Everyone have to be ready and know the song, It was today. It's easier,
Yeah. It's different, right?
It's easier today, right.
Thank you for the answer. Clinton, in the 80s, you immigrate right to Seattle, to US.
Right.
When you organize a relatively short-lived Defenders band, right? You did one EP.
Right.
You were breaking up, right?
Yeah.
Then,
well,
what happened?
say that again.
What happened then? You formed another band, right?
Well, we formed a group called Defenders. We toured in '87 with Gladiators. That was the last tour with the Gladiators. And members of the Gladiators, including myself, formed a group called Defenders, and we started around here. We went for about 6 or 7 months. Went back to Jamaica, and the idea was to come back and start again, and kind of do it seasonal. Well, the drummer passed away, And so that kind of put a stoppage with him for a while. So in 89, we regroup and come back again and start all over again. And we spent like 5 years. Defenders went on for like 5 years. Then Defenders broke up. I put together Boogie Brown Band, you know, and been going since. Yeah, as Clinton Fearon and Boogie Brown Band.
Albums, right? 4 albums with Boogie Brown Band, right?
Huh?
You recorded 4 albums with
no, we
a Boogie Brown.
Well, you know, with Boogie Brown, we do what? We have what, like, it's more than 4 albums. We did like well, there's a couple of acoustic that doesn't count. So I would say maybe 9 albums. Wow. with Boogie Brown Band, right? Yeah.
Excellent, good to know.
Some of them I did a lot of the work myself, you know, and it's kind of varies.
Good.
But with Boogie Brown Band.
Boogie Brown Band in US Vibrations.
Yeah.
Then Clinton, you release since 2005, right? Soloist albums until 2019, right?
Yeah.
For example, Me and My Guitar, Vision, Faculty of Dove, Midea, Hair and Soul, Goodness, one of my favorites. This Morning and Easter.
Yeah, thank you.
Days. And I saw that you work very close to Tobacco Records, right?
Right. We are
the last time you
partners with them right now, right?
Excellent, good to know. I have this spiritual question. How try Clinton live day by day?
Oh man, I just try to live as close as possible to nature, you know. Again, love music, you know, love people, love nature, love life, you know, and try to do my best. That's the most I can do, you know what I mean? Just try to do my best each day, you know, each day at a time, you know.
Great. And you send this message with your music. It's a pleasure. Stay here with you. And
thank you.
These words, Clinton. Thanks for that.
Thank you, my brother.
Brethren, you can send a big message to all the audience of the radio from Clinton. A spiritual
message. Man, the spiritual message that I can send is, you know, is just to to encourage everyone, you know, to don't forget to do what you love and love what you do, you know. Take care of yourself so you can help to take care of the person beside you, you know. Don't forget to love yourself so you can able to love the person beside you, you know. It's take care. You know, that's the gist, that's the goal, you know, to take care.
Great, excellent. Clinton, maybe you can sing a little extract of one song for Healthy Reggae. Maybe Rich Man, Poor Man, a little extract.
A little something. Yeah, this is a little tiny gift for the Healthy Reggae crew. Every rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, everyone claim that them are the chief. The rich man buy the poor man's life. The poor man take away the beggar man's wife. Don't cry, my brother. Don't cry, my sister. Tears won't change the situation. It's just a form of reaction. Tell you if you step on fire, fire burn you. Play with puppy, lick your mouth. Stand up strong, you got to know where you belong. The weak ones now will soon become strong, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That's where you buy, Clinton. It's a pleasure, right? You
yeah.
New projects, new albums for future, Clinton?
Yeah, during the pandemic season here, I wrote a couple of albums, you know, and hopefully one of them will be released sometime next year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, great. Bueno, it's a new.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Good news. Great.
Yeah.
I really hope your music stay for much time.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your time,
man.
Clinton, for your vibration.
Most welcome, Marvin.
This was a healthy interview for a healthy reggae. Marvin Selector with Clinton Fearon. Bless and love to
all right.
Your family there. Thank you to Catherine too.
Yeah, bless. Same to Catherine. Yeah, man. I'll tell her. Yeah. All right. Much love, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Take care and shout up all the friends and fans in the area.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I revive.
Yeah. Okay, blessings. All right.